Greetings, Internet. My name is Chris. I'm back in ESO with a new build. So, since the Imperial City is coming up in the end of August, it's already out on the PTS right now, but since it's coming up for the live server in the end of August, I thought I would make a build for the Imperial City. It doesn't do incredibly huge amount of damage, but it will keep you alive for a very long time, and that's very important since you have to take care of your Telvar stones. So the build I came up with involves a few sets. First off, it has the Vulcan Scoria. You can see I have a light head with a shitty trait is sturdy, and a medium shoulder with divines, which is pretty good. I made both of them legendary because this actually affects the damage the meteor that falls down does, which is it's pretty good. Then I have 5 pieces of Eternal Yokeda. See right here. These are somewhat hard to come by. I had to do a lot of Sanctum Ophidia to get these, and it's basically just luck based. I ended up getting my last piece here, the pants, just recently. Until then I ran around with 4 pieces. So the reason why I have this set, and this is something I'll go more into detail about in just a moment, but you can see the 2-piece item gives you 4% increased healing, and the 5-piece items, 5 items gives you 4% increased healing. So all in all, that gives you 8% increased healing. And then the 3 items makes you into a statue when you die. It has a 20-minute cooldown. In the Imperial City DLC, it's gonna only have 10 minutes, which is gonna make it really good, because the 5-piece gives you 200 extra ultimate when you turn into a statue, and it will save you from dying. I've had a few times where I've run around with about 500 or 600 stones in the Imperial City, and someone killed me. Maybe it was a boss or a player, and I turned into a statue, which meant I avoided death. And it also gives you 1,000 health, which is alright. For the rings, I have 2 Cyrodiil Light rings for extra spell damage, and I have 2 reduced cost of spells enchants on these. For my shield and necklace, as well as sword, I run the Blessing of Potentates. It doesn't really matter what quality the necklace is, because you just want it for the 3 items really. The 2 items is alright as well, it gives you stamina recovery, but the 3 items reduces the cost of ultimates by 10%, and this is really useful, because we also have a 2-hander. I'll explain why in a second as well. So you can see I have a shield plate enchant on this one, which reduces the cost of blocking and the cost of bashing. On my shield I just have more Magicka. I've stacked Magicka here. I have Magicka enchants on all of these. On the sword I have Disease, because if you hit someone with a Disease effect, it reduces the healing they take. And then it has Defending trait on it, which is the normal trait it comes with. Shield has Impenetrable. It would be a little bit better with Infuse, but oh well. I have a shitty Master's Greatsword, but it's still pretty good because the increased weapon damage actually also increases your spell damage. Just make sure it's charged here. Alright, so let's go over to my attributes. I have 40 points in health and 22 in Magicka. This keeps me at around, let's see, oh, I do have the Emperor buff, but I don't have the food buff. Without the Emperor buff, this keeps me at around 25k with my shield, and 23 with my sword here, but I do have a little bit more from the Emperor buff. But you can see we have quite a lot of Magicka, which is really effective. For my bars, on the main bar I have Entropy, Structured Entropy, because it gives you more health and it increases your spell damage of the next attack. I think, wait, hold on. Also grants you major sorcery and increases spell damage by 20%. Oh yeah, and then if you use it and the next attack will do more damage because Might of the Guild. Casting a Mage's Guild ability grants you Empower, increasing the damage of your next attack by 20%, as long as it's activated within 5 seconds. So that's why Structured Entropy is pretty good. Then I run Green Dragon Blood. Oh yeah, I forgot to point out, this is a Dragonknight build. because that's what I'm playing mostly in PvP. Green Dragon Blood. I might swap this over for Coagulating Blood because it increases your healing. I haven't messed around with it too much. Absorb Magic because it increases your blocking and you can use it to heal yourself. It says 15% of your max health. There's a funny thing I'll go into about that too in a second. There's also a trick you can do right now. You can't do it in the update 7 unfortunately because they fixed it. Igneous Shield here as well. This increases your healing. This is something we're gonna take advantage to as well. But yeah, there's a trick you can do with Absorb Magic and Igneous Shield, where you basically buff both of them. If they destroy the shield, even if they're melee ranged, it's gonna heal you with the Absorb Magic, which is kind of weird. And the Absorb Magic also gets affected by the Igneous Shield, so it has 30% increased healing, as you can see in the bottom. On the last ability here, I have Sea of Flames. I have this on both my bars. And then as the ultimate, I have Standard of Might. So you can say, oh, Standard of Might, that's not that good in PvP. I have 2 reasons why I use it. Well, actually 3. First off, since I have the 3-piece here, its cost is reduced by 10%. So it only costs 225. Second off, because of the Earth and Heart ability called Battle Roar, using an expensive ultimate gives me a lot of resources back, stamina, magic, and health. And then lastly, in small areas, which you'll find a lot of in the sewers or in the Imperial City itself, this here acts as a great roadblock. You can pop it down in a tight sewer space and basically block all access unless people want to go through that. Okay. On my second bar, I have Carve. I have this for 2 reasons. One, it's decent enough because it doesn't cost too much stamina and it deals a little bit of damage and puts a dot on the enemy in the form of a bleed. And 2, it gives you increased ultimate through the minor heroism buff. And you basically just want to keep this going every 9 seconds, just use it again. Flame Lash, this is my main damage attack. You can see it does about 4k standard damage. See, my spell damage with the two-handed sword is 1600. If I use the entropy, it will be higher for about 14 seconds. So you need to keep that buff going as well. Burning Empress here. This is a really good heal and a really good dot. You can see it heals you for 36% of damage inflicted when the effect ends. The thing is though, you can keep this buff going, so if you keep refreshing the buff, when it finally runs out, it can heal you insane amounts. I've had it heal me about 60k because it lasted for so long and because I buffed Igneous Shields. You can't really always determine when this runs out unless you're running an add-on for it. Then we have Engulfing Flames, because this increases the flame damage we do to enemies. This is really good with the fact that these are flame damage, the Inferno is flame damage, the Standard is flame damage, the Meteor is flame damage. So all around just really good debuff, and it also acts as a dot. And then again, Sea of Flames. Alright, so what I was talking about earlier, with the increased healing, why it's really nice to have. So you can see Green Dragon Blood heals you 33% of missing health. Let me just take off all my gear here, and we can just do a very quick calculation. I have Green Dragon Blood on my bar, cool. I'm just gonna jump off here. See how much damage we take. 8k. Oh, I didn't hit the right key. Let me just do that again. So basically what I've been doing is just jumping out of windows where it's pretty much the same distance every time, and then calculating how much healing I get. It's 8k and 3.8. Let's do a basic calculation here. So 3.8 divided by 8 gives us 47% healing. So you can see already this heals me a lot more than 33% of missing health. The reason for this is because I have almost 100 points into Blessed, and for some strange reason, Blessed actually affects how much you can heal yourself with healing abilities like Green Dragon Blood, Killer's Blade from the Nightblade abilities, and the Clan for Yourself heal from the Sorcerer ability. There's also the quick recovery, which helps a little bit, but this one only caps out at 16%, and you'd rather want block expertise for this one. And so you also have 10 points in Hardy, just for the spell absorption. I have Magician, Bashing Focus, Arcanist, and Tumbling, and that's pretty much just how they're set up. So you can see, instead of doing 33% as it would, it actually did 47, I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah, 47.5. Okay, so let's put the gear back on, and I'm gonna show you why this is ludicrously overpowered. Okay, so we're gonna do the same jump. This time I'm gonna hit myself with Igneous Shield before I jump. Okay, 10k damage, 7k heal. So 7k divided by 10k gives us 70% of missing health. So you can see with this gear and with the Igneous Shield buff, as well as the rapid mending bonus from the heavy armor tree, this gives us a lot of healing. See, rapid mending gives me 5% because I have 5 pieces of heavy gear on. I get 8% from having 5 pieces of Eternal Yokeda. You also get 8% from having the normal Yokeda set. And then I get an increased 30% from Igneous Shield. I get an increased 5% from, 4% from Quick Recovery, and an increased 25% almost from Blessed. So just really, really, really powerful. I'm not sure if this is an exploit or not. I have reported it already, just in case it is an exploit. I did that as soon as I realized that this might be a bug. But it's just really, really powerful, and it's really, really, really a good self-heal. Something strange about it, by the way, you can see right here I have full health. What is any percentage of 0? It's 0, but I can still heal myself. You see, full health, I'm healing myself 41, 41, 41, and that's with the Igneous Shield buff. Without the Igneous Shield it's 32. So I can actually heal myself at full health with an ability that should only really work when you're missing health. So it's kind of weird. I think the Blessed champion point passive is broken in a way. Anyway, I'm gonna show you a few things while I talk over them. It's basically me soloing the Nirncrook's mines out here, and there's also some PvP footage and stuff like that. Okay, so you can see here this is a Nirncrook's mine. There are 3 barrels you need to kick into the doorway. And basically I'm just alone out here and just killing all these enemies. I'm trying to debuff all of them with the Burning Embers, since when it wears off it's gonna heal me. And then you basically just want to focus down the orcs first, and then focus on the troll. Something that's good to keep in mind with this build here is that you want to always try to interrupt enemies or enemy players, because when you interrupt someone, as you can see in a few moments here, your Flame Lash will essentially it will change to a kind where it will actually heal you. You see this one here, and it also does a knockdown. In 1.7, or not 1.7, in update 7, it's gonna be a 3-second heal. It's gonna be less, but last a little bit longer, so it's actually a little bit better for survivability in update 7. So it's a very good ability. So you just want to try and interrupt players or the nearby NPCs in the Imperial City when you're using this. So every time a group dies, the next one starts off. And you can see I'm just trying to kick all the burials into the middle. It's kind of a fun little mini game to try and solo this. I've only been able to do it with this build for my DK. I got to the boss with my dot build, but I couldn't beat the boss with it. So for this one here, I'm just trying to not block very much. And I don't know if you noticed, but I haven't actually used the Absorb Magic Ignis Shield glitch. Because I'm trying to adjust to not having it for the Imperial City. I could show you videos of me trying to replicate this in the updated version of the PTS, but it's pretty much exactly the same as this footage you're seeing right here, just with a few better weapons. Because obviously the template characters do give you a little bit better gear, at least some better gear, like a sharpened two-handed master weapon. But yeah, so this boss is basically just all about avoiding the knockdown rock with a throw or whatever, and trying to build your ultimate so you can drop banners on it. And make sure you always have enough stamina to break free. This is kind of a fun test you can do to see if you're survivable enough. There are a few times where the Burning Embers actually saves me. You can see right here, Burning Ember goes off, it heals me 10k. There's a player in the background, I don't know if you noticed him before, but he's gonna try and help me here in a moment, and he actually ends up getting killed by the boss. Because it doesn't have a selfie, I don't think. See right there, there he comes. The boss goes away from targeting me and goes over to him. Because obviously I don't have a taunt on it. And he just went down. So even though that other guy helped for a few seconds, I'm pretty much soloing this on my own. Which is, it's not super difficult, but it's not easy either. And there he goes. Alright, so I've turned the volume down completely here. This is me soloing a resource, by the way. A level 5 resource. I've turned the volume down here because it's copyrighted music in the background. But you can see I'm just taking out the guards one by one. So one thing that's a little bit annoying about these, and that's the Tower Mage. It will keep spamming Eclipse on you over and over. And if you can't break out, as soon as it wears off, he's gonna hit you with it again. You see, and there it is again. It's very, very annoying. You want to save up your stamina to break out of them, so you get CC immunity. Otherwise, it's just gonna keep spamming you, which is very annoying. And you can see the Mender here actually manages to get full health, because stupid Tower Mage keeps bubbling me. Okay, you see the next one I get hit by, I break free from it, and then I just go ape on the Mender. Because right now I have CC immunity. So, there we go. Alright, this next clip here is me fighting against the Empress. And it shows how good the set, the 5-piece Yokeda is, and it also shows how good the self-heals are. I think I am exploiting the Absorb Magic Ignis Shield glitch here though. Yeah, there it is. See, Absorb Magic to the left. Now I only really use it when it's fighting against magic abilities. See here, I turn into a statue, I get 200 ultimate, and I drop a banner. And you can see I'm holding my own pretty well against this guy here.
What's expansion? Just the city? Oh, so much happening.
You see, I can't kill him on my own, but once the backup comes, we take him out.
Oh, dude, come to the regular PvP, and I'll show you.
You're full of
What's
shit.
such a secret?
And this is
Why you gotta play with my emotions like
in the current version that's on live, and not update 7. Alright, for the last footage here, it's me taking my revenge against a group of players. Well, a little bit of revenge. They actually do owe me a bit. But it shows you just how I would use this build in the Imperial City. It's currently 3-on-1. And you can see I'm trying to interrupt everything. Reses, because that triggers Flame Lash. And interrupting like beam attacks and stuff like that. And you see I'm trying to block, but I'm already out of stamina. It's very difficult with 0 stamina to use this build. I hope they'll not have it be 0% stam regen when you block. Anyway, that was the build. Thank you for watching.